Lance Hall here for Let's Discuss with Lance Hall. Happy to welcome Al Faragalli here to the program tonight. Did I get it right?
You did.
All right. I'm just gonna go with Al from now on, though. I'm gonna go to the well too many times here.
That works, man.
Cool to be chatting with you. You're zooming in tonight
too.
from Toronto.
Yeah, close. Anyways, close to Toronto. Yeah,
Absolutely. And I got sort of turned on to your music by a mutual friend of ours, Shannon.
cool. Yeah,
Who sent me your a link to your YouTube video, and I really liked that.
Shannon's killer.
Yes, she is fantastic person. So let's talk a little bit about this song, "In Fire." It came out earlier this year.
Yeah.
Your first sort of recorded track. I got to admit, Al, I pride myself on my research. I couldn't find a ton on you.
I'm pretty new. A little late in life, but I'm pretty new.
Well, hey,
I've been around for a while, but not majorly publicly, I suppose.
Okay.
I took a break when I had my kids, and so I'm kind of back into it too, on top of things.
So tell us a little bit about how "In Fire" came to be.
In Fire came to be with some great emotion. It started when I was going through some troubled times in my life, probably some of the hardest times I've ever gone through in my life. And I mean, like, other people go through these times. So I wrote this song when I was in deep emotion, and it's kind of a dark song. It's a depressing song, but it's one of those songs that a lot of people can relate to because we all go through those times, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So. I was going to say, first off, the music really hit me first because the music kind of dark, minor chords, it's got that little bit of darkness to it. And the lyrics, and your delivery as well. But I hear sort of a hint of optimism in there as well, though.
Of course, a little bit. I don't want to be completely dark. I mean, there's always the chance of getting out of whatever problem you're in. So, it was a tough situation. There's been many of them over my life, as I'm sure with many people. And there's got to be a hint of optimism if you're going to make it through. And the thing is, I do have this fire in me, I like to say, that keeps me going. So that's got to show through despite my depression or whatever emotions I'm feeling at the moment.
Sure. Now, as far as the instruments, did you play everything, or do you have some people backing you, or how did that?
Yeah, I had a lot of backup. Part of it is my producer, who is in Florida. His name's Adrian Arak, and he did a lot of the music in the background himself. He's a brilliant musician, and I have a guitarist in there named Luis Miguel. He's actually from Venezuela. You hear the solo in there at one point, and that's him doing that stuff. Okay. What else? It was all actually made on an acoustic guitar, though. Like, the basic chords, at least, were made on my acoustic here at my residence, where I was, going through my stuff. So the acoustic guitar was taken out completely and replaced with all these other instruments. I think he said like 30 tracks of instrument.
Wow. Now, the gentleman from Venezuela, is he also known as Leo D. Swagger?
Nope. Well, he's originally from Venezuela. He's the guy that is in Florida.
Okay.
The producer.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's the guy that picked me up originally.
Okay.
Quite some time ago, actually.
I was going to say, I did find one thing where you worked with him. You wrote some songs for a group he was in called, is it Demolition Amore?
That's right. That was my original project. He wanted me to be the singer of this rock band he was creating. But my style would have been a bit limited by it, I suppose. And also, very much so, the timing of things just wasn't right for me. I just had another kid, and I had to put an effort there at home. So, but then he saw my talent, and I had animated my own video for my own song once, and he listened, and it caught him, and we went forth with that first song. That's the very song. And now we're going to do, so far there's 2 more in the works, but I personally have like 2 more of my own as well. So that's technically 4 more in the works.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. What's coming next? That's darn close to an EP right there. Or you actually,
right, exactly.
Is an EP. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Is that your goal to release them as an EP?
Yes, eventually. Yes.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure what his goal is though. So I guess I shouldn't say.
Yeah. So let's go back in time then. How did you get started in music and life with everything?
All right. Like, must have been like grade 8 when I started in music, and Nirvana was my first band. Honestly, like some people love them, some people hate them, but they were easy for me to sing and play at the same time with my guitar and vocals. Vocals is my main, guitar my backup. It's hard to write if you can't play the guitar. So Nirvana helped me to do both at the same time. And then I went from there, got into metal from there. So I was actually a metal vocalist for quite a few years before a car accident made me physically unable to be a metal vocalist anymore. So then I kind of calmed down a bit.
Yeah. I'm always fascinated with the songwriting process, how somebody becomes a songwriter. I have never written a song. I've never even attempted it. Were you good? I like to ask, were you good at like English, with stuff in English class? Were you a good wordsman, poetry? How did you get writing songs?
Yeah, I was good in English class. I enjoyed a lot of English class through high school and even into college. So yeah, I've always, right from the start with that whole Nirvana thing, I started writing on the guitar right away. Before I was into any bands, I was writing little tunes on my keyboard. I didn't have a guitar yet. So I went right from the start. I was just writing, and lyrics flowed with it very quickly after.
That's cool. Was your family musical at all? The rest of your family?
I have like uncles and aunts on both sides of my family that are into like minor music and stuff. Like they've all played instruments and things. I believe like my cousin's band was called Jeffrey and the Juniors, and it was like back in the 80s. And so I guess before Nirvana came Jeffrey and the Juniors.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I always appreciate talking to people from Canada, because living here in Vermont, where I am, our classic rock station growing up was Shome FM out of Montreal.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I remember listening to Chum FM when I was younger, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. And then have you ever heard of 97.7 Hits FM?
No, I have not.
Okay, that's my local radio station.
See, Shome was on there. Shome was on 97.7 out here from Montreal.
Okay. Yeah.
So we got them. So I grew up on all the Canadian artists, Street Heart and Helix and Platinum Blonde and Coney Hatch and all those great bands. Those were our bands as well. It was awesome.
Nice. Very right in that way.
Yeah, you're breaking up just a little bit on me, Al. I don't know whether you got to move a little closer.
Maybe I can get closer to my Wi-Fi. Yeah, I thought I can get closer to my Wi-Fi, and then that would probably fix that up. How's that?
That's perfect. You were booming in pretty good there, and then you were starting to break up with me a little bit.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's no problem. Looks like it's beautiful where you're at.
It is. Yeah, I'm out in the country right now.
Nice. I also saw you put up a post, of course, like a lot of people do on Mother's Day. Your mom was a big influence on you. She also does wood art as well.
Yeah, she does wood art. She does wood burning art in specific.
That's awesome.
So yeah, she's been into that for a while. She definitely had influence on my musical side. She plays guitar, not so much anymore, but definitely when I was younger. And her guitar was in her bedroom, and that was my first guitar.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, kind of cool that way.
Yeah. What's some of your earliest musical memories?
Well, that would be one of them for sure. Getting that guitar out from under her bed that had been sitting there forever, and just strumming it for the first time. I can remember my first songs were just noise, like I was just strumming and strumming, and but then man, like I went through the band, the metal band I was talking about. Had dreadlocks back then.
Nice.
Yeah, I was really fit, and it was a really cool band to be in. We played a lot of shows. That was fun times for sure.
Yeah.
Me and the other member got the tattoo on ourselves. Even Solution was the name of the band.
Nice.
So yeah, it was cool. It was killer. I rocked out for that for quite some time.
Did you do originals, or were you doing covers, or a mixture in the metal band?
99% originals. Yeah, like we had some really killer tunes that nobody had ever heard. Unfortunately, like with the way things went, I just couldn't do it anymore. So and we had never, like, we were talking to some producers, but we had never actually gone forth with it, and then just couldn't do it.
Yeah. Now when you write songs, do you start with a lyric first, or do you do music first?
I can do either way. Like sometimes the producer sends me music with no melody whatsoever to it and gives me a theme. Sometimes I start by having a bunch of verses I've written out, and then I add music to it. So I'm pretty versatile with it. You can
and
go either way.
As far as like lyrical influences, is this, you draw something from anywhere, sort of comes out of you at the cosmos, or you hear a phrase, or you see something, or
a little of all of it, honestly. It really depends on the moment, because like if someone gives me a theme, clearly then it comes from the theme. Emotion is often a big part of what I'm writing about, whether it be what's going on in my life, how the world is affecting me, or something like that. How the world is in general is a big deal, of course, for everybody. So yeah, things like that.
Definitely.
With the producer, often it's a theme, like especially with Demolition Amore, I write the lyrics for the singer in that band, and he gives me themes for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool to work with a theme. Sometimes it's cool to work without too.
Right. Talk a little bit about, if you want to, because I saw the post on your Facebook page, you mentioned this car wreck you were in. It definitely was a life altering thing that you
for sure
overcome.
For sure, yeah, and it took a lot of years to overcome it. Of course, it was a head-on collision, unfortunately, with a drunk driver, and she hit me full force, and yeah, it was pretty bad. They didn't know if I was going to live or not, but I did, and clearly.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I try to not focus on it, obviously, because if you focus on it, the PTSD comes back to you, and all of a sudden you're freaked out or whatever. I try not to at all. I just be happy that I made it through with injuries, but not enough that it can hold me down. It definitely could have been worse that way too.
Yeah. Now, did you have kids then, or have you had your kids since?
No, I had my kids since then. So like, yeah, the car accident was actually in 2006, so quite a while ago. Still affected my life quite a bit, despite. But yeah, my first kid was in 2008. He's 13 now.
Oh, that's amazing. That's very cool. I had my last kid in 2008. I have 4. I'm a father of 4, so it's
cool.
It's amazing.
Right on. It is quite the experience for sure.
Definitely. So going forward for you, Al, what's happening next? You talked about how you have some songs, you're working on them. Do you go out and play live at all, or?
I'd like to play live eventually, for sure, definitely. I mean, like, there's so many, my music is versatile enough that it could go with so many different styles. They've deemed me alternative dark pop. So, I mean, like I had never had a genre before other than metal, right? I just play my guitar and whatever I'm making is what I'm making. I didn't think about a genre, but that's what they've said that I am. So, I mean, like I could play with things, I could play with, oh man, rock bands. I could play with pop bands, pop singers, solo artists. Like I'm also into like Louis Capaldi. He's another dark kind of, sad singer. His lyrics are a lot darker. Good singer.
Do you think this genre thing is good or bad? Wouldn't you just rather be known as just having great music as opposed to
100%,
pigeonholed into a genre?
When you, well, I guess we had to pick something or something. So I went with what the audience said, with fans on Facebook and on Instagram. But yeah, I'd much rather, like, I can suit any kind of band. I could play with anybody. So yeah. Lots of people can enjoy it. Doesn't matter what genre they think they like the best.
Yeah.
Which it's killer to be open to music. It's killer to be open to all the music, right?
Yeah.
Instead of limiting yourself. It's art. So you can't limit yourself.
It took me a long time to realize that, but when I did,
me too.
My horizons opened up so wide.
Killer. Exactly. It makes a huge difference in your life. All of a sudden you can enjoy so much more.
Yeah, and there's another fellow Canadian who put out a brilliant essay a number of years ago, Danko Jones, on there are no guilty pleasures in music.
Right. And it's true. I love the way he said that. Yep.
Yeah. If you like Metallica and Billy Joel and Taylor Swift, it's all good.
Right. Exactly. Actually, I heard rumors of Demolition of Moria and some sort of Taylor Swift festival or something. So who knows, right?
Hey, that would definitely get you out to a bigger audience,
For sure. That would be killer.
Now, In Fire's out on YouTube right now. You've got the song out on YouTube, and you're on Spotify and everything. Have you gotten your check for like 1 penny yet from Spotify for all the streams?
I'm saving it. I'm waiting to let it build up over time.
Okay. Do you ever see doing like a full-fledged video for the song? I mean, a lot of people are just, total DIY approach, with a cell phone camera, basically shooting videos.
Right. Yeah, no, my son actually is learning filming, and even at his young age of 13, he's really good at it. So we did actually make a video, and soon it'll be coming out. I don't have an exact date at the moment, but very soon. Basically all that's needed left is to add the final track to the video, and should be good to go. So
that is amazing. It's incredible what kids can do nowadays with this technology, right? We'll never catch up. It
really is.
You and I will never catch up.
No, man, no. That's funny to think.
Yeah. I usually wrap things up with some funny questions, but I want to ask this first. Has there been anything I haven't asked you, anything you haven't gotten to talk about yet before I move on to this real lighthearted stuff?
No, not a heck of a lot. I mean, I think you've covered most of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, man. So now we get into the questions, the real good stuff. I'm hoping that you've never even been asked these, okay?
All right, killer.
All right. Favorite cartoon character?
Ooh, favorite cartoon character. That's a tough one. The Tasmanian Devil is definitely one of them for sure.
Okay. Food better as a leftover as opposed to freshly cooked?
Ooh, I don't know. I like freshly cooked pretty much.
Okay.
But if mom made something amazing, that's a different story.
Okay. Which leads me to my next food question then. If you could go back in time and eat one of your favorite home cooked meals that your mom made from your youth, what would you have her prepare?
Oh man, she made the best roasted potatoes. Like such a simple thing, but so freaking good. She made a lot of good things, but that's definitely one of them that comes to mind right away.
Very cool. Go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, anything by Chris Cornell, really. Definitely one of my biggest influences in all of my vocals. I'd go for anything by him, Like a Stone.
Okay. What's the oddest job you've ever held?
The oddest job I've ever held.
Yeah.
Maybe the one that I'm in right now. I sell weed legally.
Okay. It's coming.
Being
it's
in
down
Canada,
here as well.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an amazing job, but man, the first time I was standing outside and I saw a cop going by, I cringed a bit, I gotta say.
If you could pick a television show to have in fire placed in, what show would you pick?
Ooh, that's tough. It'd have to be something dramatic, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge TV buff. I spend so much of my time either writing or with my family or at work. Okay. So I don't do a ton of TV. What would you say?
I'm thinking, and a lot of people say this, but I think this rings truly true with this song, would be Ozark.
Ah,
you know, that's a real dark kind of show. I could see that fitting in there well. I could really see it fitting in there well.
Wouldn't it? Yeah, good idea.
Too bad it's all wrapped up now, but anyways.
Right.
Would you rather go back in time and meet your ancestors, or forward in time and meet your great grandchildren?
Oh man, that's a tough question. Because I'd love to see, of course, what my kids do to bring up their own kids and then their kids and so on and so forth. But then I'd love to know my Italian ancestors on one side, and on the other side, possibly Native Canadian. We're working on figuring it out right now, actually. Very cool. Yeah.
Awesome. What type of person are you in a group? Are you the funny guy, the serious guy, the observer, the inquisitive?
I like to become my audience's friend, whatever they need at the moment. So if they seem to be an audience or a group of friends that wants some entertainment, I can be funny. I can be entertaining in most ways. Or like if they need someone serious that they need to put their head on my shoulder, I can be that guy too.
Very cool. Last one, and this is the one we have the most fun with. If they were to make a biopic of your life, what actor would you have portray you? And it's your movie, your life. You can pick anybody.
Robin Williams.
100%,
hands down. Yeah, I'm a lot like him, which, you know, is bittersweet because he was an amazing person. You know, but he was also depressed a lot of time, and it's something that people just deal with, unfortunately. So yeah, definitely Robin Williams.
Very cool. Al, it's been a pleasure talking to you. We've been chatting with Al Faragalli here. Check out his new single In Fire. The video's up on the song video's up on YouTube. I can't wait to see the video that your son shot.
Yeah, I'll definitely send you the link as soon as it's ready and rocking.
Absolutely. And I'll share it on my page. And I look forward to hearing the rest of your tunes, Al.
Right on, man. It was great talking with you.
Great talking with you. And I'm going to get you out of here just in time for the puck drop for the Leafs and the Lightning.
Yeah. Right on. Perfect.
Take care, buddy. Thank you very, very much for your time.
Man. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.